Good morning, everyone. Sorry that I'm coming to you not looking my best, but it's early morning on a Saturday, and a mother's job is never done. And while I'm doing this quick little home remedy for my son, I figured I'd show it to you too, because it is the Crucian way, and this is something that I learned from my father that he learned from his mother. So my son suffers from allergies, and I'm sure some of you have yourself or your children, and there's only so much medication you can take. And his problem is that even though the medication takes care of the congestion and decongests and kind of stops the seasoning, he always still struggles with this itchy throat. So this is what my dad showed me how to do. I'm going to have to turn it this way. And what you see here, my little concoction, is honey. Now you can do it in an empty jar if you have one. I certainly did the first batch for him in an empty jar, but there was just enough honey left in here. I microwaved it to soften it up, and then what you do is you add the juice of 3 to 4 limes, and that 4 will depend on the ginger. Now I usually use fresh ginger, the ginger juice. I prefer it, but we've been doing this for a few days and I run out and I haven't been able to get to the store. So like every good Crucian cook, we use what we have. So once you add the lime to the honey and you start to mix it up, then you want to gently put in your ginger. Now, powdered ginger is a little stronger, and so once you put it in, you give it a taste, and you're like, all right, how's the balance? When I tasted it, I said, ooh, the ginger's strong in this one. So I went and I added a 4th lime, and that mellowed it out. I'm going to scoop out that honey from the bottom, and I'm just going to add a touch of water. And at the end of the day, this is something that my son will sip on just throughout the day to help take away that itch from his throat. And it works very well, and as he's been using it for the past few days, the itch continues to go down. Don't ask me the science behind it. I am not a scientist. I am not a doctor. I am not a homeopath. I am nothing but a good old-fashioned Crucian girl who uses what she has to take care of her family. So if you have someone, or if you have a child, or if you yourself are dealing with that itchy throat from allergies and none of the medication seems to help, or it puts you to sleep. Benadryl helps with that itchy throat, but it'll put you to sleep. You don't want to go to sleep? Honey, lime, ginger. Mix it up, give it a taste, see if it needs a little bit more sweetness to counteract the ginger, or to brighten up the lime, and shake it up, and you just kind of sip on it throughout the day. Even if you put it in a big jar, you can just pour amounts out and they can sip on it throughout the day. You can do it room temperature, you can add ice to it, but do it for a few days, and I promise you, you'll start to feel, or your child may start to feel some relief from that itchiness that takes forever to go away when allergies are about. Okay, so that's my little tip to you. I know personally I didn't struggle with allergies or bronchitis or asthma or any of that stuff until I moved to the States. And when my son and I were living in the VI, he barely struggled with any type of allergies. If anything, it was from the mosquito bites, and we'd have to give him some Benadryl, and even that went away after a while. So there is a difference between the air. There is a difference between the climate. There is a whole misogynistic or sexist theory behind why we have so much pollen, especially in the DMV area, because the plants that drop seeds are the females, and they don't like those seeds being all over the street. So they purposefully do not plant female trees. They only plant male trees. Males give off the pollen. And if there are no female trees with seeds to accept that pollen just goes everywhere. We've all seen our cars, okay, in the morning. So I hope that this is helpful. It's simple. Honey, lime juice, ginger juice, or powdered ginger if you have it. Do your best to balance out the taste. Sip on it throughout the day for a few days. And if you don't find any results, come back to me and I'll see what else is in the old Copeman family arsenal that may help, okay? All my best, blessings, and love to all of my friends and family in the VI.